then...
Al Jazeera English, Nazanin Bashir, I've got two questions for you. First question, you have said that Muslims who abide by the law have nothing to fear.
Yeah.
What law are you talking about? And if Muslims, according to you, don't abide by the law, what will happen to them? And second question, since you came out with your film in the last few years, you've had to have 24-hour protection, you've had death threats. Has it all been worth it?
Well, unfortunately, those protection I have since 5.5 years now. I wish it was true that it was only for 1.5 year, but it's almost for 6 years, 5.5 years now. And this is because people who don't use democratical means like I do, whether you totally disagree with me or not, I'm using democratical means. People who are not using democratical means, not making a movie or writing an article or establishing a political party, but are using death threats and the threat of violence and fatwas and things like that. This is why I'm in a situation that I would not wish my worst enemy to have. And is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it, because I'm fighting, as I believe, for freedom and the preservation of our free societies. I pay a high price for it, but unfortunately I paid a high price for it, but it's worth it. Your first question, indeed, I believe we have enough Islam in Europe today. I believe Islam is a violent and dangerous religion and even a retarded culture. But I have nothing against Muslims. So indeed, I want a full stop of immigration from Muslim countries to the Netherlands. I believe it should be implemented in the whole of Europe, by the way. Not because I have something against the people, but I believe that they bring along a culture and an ideology, a fascist ideology that is not that we should not let grow in our societies. But for the Muslims that are already in our societies, and let me speak for the Netherlands, I indeed said that they have nothing to fear, not only because they have nothing against people, any people, whatever color, ideology or religion they share or have, and I tell them, well, you have a very clear choice. If you abide by our laws, and our laws I of course mean our constitution, our penal code, our other laws, if you abide by our values, that our laws are sublimation of our Western values. If you adhere to that, you are totally equal as anybody else. You can participate. There is nothing wrong with you. You are, and I even believe that the majority of the Muslims in our society today are law-abiding people. It would be ridiculous to suggest that the majority of the Muslims would be terrorists or criminals. This is not true. They are overrepresented in all the statistics of criminality and dependency on social schemes. But of course, the majority is not dangerous. But if you overstep the red line that I see before me in our societies, if you want to implement Sharia in any way that is contradictory to our own constitution or laws, if you start acting a criminal in any other way, which unfortunately many of them, minority, but many of them, a growing minority are, then I believe that you should first go to jail and then be expelled, even if you are not born in the Netherlands. Even if you are born in the Netherlands, don't forget, in Holland we have a problem with a lot of Moroccans and Turkish people that even though they are born in the Netherlands, have a double nationality. They are besides Dutch, also Moroccan or Turkish, and I believe we should strip them of the Dutch nationality and send them away as soon as possible. And this is the only message I believe is fair. Adhere to our laws and values and you are welcome to stay. If you don't, we will send you packing as soon as possible.
So a Dutch person who spent all their life in the Netherlands and has been brought up there, doesn't speak their own language, should be sent back to where they
has. Of course, it's not possible if somebody only has a Dutch nationality, but if people have a Dutch nationality, and they often do, yes, this will be the measure that I would implement as soon as possible.